Hey, Shalom Bashan, when stuff. Souls by giving no praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Hashem, Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, with sincerity. It's a quick one. It's an article I came across. Now, Forbes isn't exactly a fake news website, right? But this is the headline, man. It makes you think, man, why are you gonna do that? Right, it says scientists resume. Fuck off. Saying. It says scientists resume efforts to create deadly flu virus with U.S. government's blessing. Right, so for more than a decade now, two scientists, one in the US and one in the Netherlands, have been trying to create a deadly human pathogen from avian flu. That's right, they're trying to turn bird flu, which does not normally infect people, into a human flu. Not surprisingly, many scientists are vehemently opposed to this. In mid-2014, a group of them formed the Cambridge Working Group and issued a statement warning of the in response to these and other concerns. In October 2014, the US government called for a pause in dangerous research. NIH Director Franz Collins said that the agency would study the risks and benefits. I mean, what risks, what benefits can there be from weaponizing? But then again, if you're Esau, there is a benefit, right? Why? Because Esau is the devil. And this is something that the devil would do. And in his hand was given to him a great sword. And these biological pathogens, right? These biological weapons that he's got in the labs, right? They're part of that sword, right? It says, well, 4 years later, the risks and benefits haven't changed, but the NIH has quietly just allowed the research to start again, as we learned last week in an exclusive report from Science's Jocelyn Kaiser. Right. Let me just look if there are any good points. Don't want to waste brother's time. Okay, so there it goes on. For those who might not know, the 1918 influenza pandemic, which killed between 50 and 100 million people worldwide, 3% of the entire population at the time, right, was caused by a strain of avian flu that made the jump into humans. 1918 flu was so deadly that it killed more American soldiers and sailors during World War One than it did enemy weapons, which I don't know whether that's true or not. I don't know whether any of that paragraph, apart from how many people died, is true. So take that with a pinch of salt, right? And even take those numbers with a pinch of salt. Right, so it says, but this is the point I wanted to get to, right? So it's not surprising that when other scientists, including me, learned about the efforts to turn bird flu into human flu, we asked why the heck would anyone do that? The answers were and still are unsatisfactory. Claims such as we'll learn more about the pandemic potential of the flu and will be better prepared for an avian flu pandemic if one occurs. These are hand-waving arguments that may sound reasonable, but they promise only vague benefits while ignoring the dangers of this research. Or if the research succeeds and one of the newly designed highly virulent flu strains escapes, the damage could be horrific. One of the deadly strains of avian flu circulating today's H5N1, this strain has occasionally jumped from birds to humans with a mortality rate approaching 50%, far more deadly than any human flu. Right, so yeah, that's all I'll read into it. This is on Forbes. If you look up, scientists resume efforts to create deadly flu virus with US government's blessing. Right, you'll be able to find the article. Right, but you know, this is why we call you the devil. Right, why are you going? You know, and then the people who trust this devil, they gonna be like, well, the government, it is for your benefit. Right, so what was that scripture? That was Isaiah 31:1 says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Now the word Egypt basically represents bondage, right? You know, and also Egypt, man, the philosophies of Egypt, modern day Egypt is America. Why? Because it has the same philosophies as ancient Egypt, right? And what do you call it? There was bondage there, right? You read Revelation 11:8, which is spiritually called Egypt, right? Sodom and Egypt, right? Children of Israel's in captivity in Israel, children of Israel in captivity in America, Right, it says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, right, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Right, so hey, woe to them, that basically trust this devil, right? That go to him for help when things go bad. Oh, see what the government has to say, and they trust in the government, right? But the government, they don't know who runs this country, man, who runs this place. Esau runs this place, and he ain't got none of your best interests at heart. He wants to kill you, right? It says, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh, right? So yeah, but that's gonna be a downfall. Why? Because hey, we trust in Yahweh Shem Shai over here at GreatMillStone, right? We read about the nature of Esau, and we know that if he's doing anything, he ain't doing it for your good. But a lot of people believe that, man. Right? So they'll read that bullshit explanation and be like, oh, it is for your benefit. Sirach 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So this man's a devil. You gonna trust the devil? He's your enemy, man. Don't trust anything he says. Right? Unless he's saying he's wicked, then you can trust that. Why? Because that's really what the scripture says. Right? As Matthew 24:22 says, and except those days should be shortened, they should no flesh be saved. Right? So if the Lord don't come back, everyone gonna be dead, including Esau and his dumbass. Right? And this is an example of that. Right? Recreate, trying to, whoa. They're weaponizing. It says they're trying to create the deadly flu. Right? It says, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So for the elect of Israel, Lord's will, I'll be one of them, Lord's will, the brothers in the camp, are of the number, all the brothers doing the work of that number. Right? Doing the work in sincerity. Right? Hey, unless, were it not for them, Esau, hey man, who knows what Esau will get up to? It's Revelation 6 and 4. Who knows what Esau will get up to if he was given the time? In fact, let me grab that real quick. This is This is Job 14 and 5. Seeing as these days are determined, right? Yahweh knows how long Esau's got. The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right, so the Lord has set boundaries. Right, just how you get certain oceans and seas, whatever, they don't mix. Right, Esau's got boundaries. Like there's only so far he can go before the Lord, smacks him down. You read Job 20, right, when he's about to fill his belly. Right, wait, why I just called it? This is Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, I accomplish that which he plans to do. But the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, his ICBM nuclear missiles, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Right? Now, this whole chapter is good, so I just wanted to get that point. When he was about to fulfill his purpose, push the chip upon all the people, right, then he go and get fucked up. Why? Because the Lord has set the bounds that not all the people will be chipped, right? That not all the people will die. The Lord set the bounds that the elect of Israel, right, are going to be saved, right, and the large multitude, right, the third over there in America, right. The Lord has set that bound, right. So if Esau's trying to create deadly pathogens to kill everybody, it ain't gonna work. He hasn't been given that power. What he has been given is the power of the sword. And I'll read this real quick. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Right? It said one of them swords is, these biological weapons, man. Which is why you got to be spiritual. You can't fuck Esau on a carnal level. It will kill you. Right, it says Psalm 17:13, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Now that's one of the reasons Esau's been given, the understanding. Right, so she says thou art wiser than Daniel, Ezekiel 28 and 3. It's one of the reasons Esau's been given the understanding as such that he has. Why? Because the Lord wants to use him as a weapon, right? The Lord wants, use him to be the ones to kill a whole load of Jake, right? But the Lord is going to protect his elect from Esau. Yeah, some of us will be martyrs for the truth, right? But hey, the Lord's here to protect, man. Right, this is Isaiah 14:16. I'll end on this. Right, it says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" Right? Now, hey, there's gonna come a time which it may be hard to believe at this point in time. There's gonna come a time when everyone gonna be looking down at Esau. They're gonna be like, man, is this the man? So like how we look at them, bobbled Ethiopians or whatever, and be like, man, y'all used to rule over us? Well, them ashy Sudanese, y'all used to rule over us, right? If you was to tell these people that those two groups of people used to rule the world and their kingdoms were full of splendor, more than Esau's kingdom, right? They'll look at you sideways, man. They will be like, what? And they proof they are better is Daniel's, man. It was telling you the statue. Right, where are we? We're in the 10 toes with feet with 10 toes, Maori clay mixed with iron. Right, but what did it start off with? Gold. Right, so their kingdoms were better than Esau. Yeah, how do we look at them? How does the Edomite look at them? Right, the Edomite man looks at them like, y'all are pieces of shit. Well, now that's how Esau gonna be looked at in the kingdom. He's a piece of shit. Right, just so you can imagine it. That's the flip that we go and see here. Right, it says, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?" Right, when you got a man out there who's just creating biological weapons, man, if you're Maduro, you might shit, man. He ain't trying to catch that heat, which is why immediately he ran to the Russians. Right, which the Russians are Edomites as well. Right? So I just wanted to share that with you, brothers. Till the next time. Shalom.